Morning. We're out doing a real world test of this Osmo Action 3. A proper road test today. I'm out in the Lake District, heading up the Northern Fells, so yeah. Hard to see, we're in a bit of a shade at the moment, but I'm heading up onto the summit of that one and along and around. But we're in the shade at the moment. The sun's just over this hill, but it'll be rising very soon. So yeah, let's hope this camera performs well, because if it doesn't, it will be returned. Okay, we have a stream to cross. Yeah, in case of getting wet feet or not. Let's scale that fence, give that a go. But yeah, I've put the camera away for that one, see how strong it is. Yeah, the fence was just not strong enough to carry my weight. So I'll have to look for a shorter span to cross. I've had a bit of rain of late, so it's fairly flowing fast and deep to what it normally is, which is normally just a trickle. We'll get there. Yeah, he says. Okay, we made it across, but one of my feet got slightly damp. I didn't bring the gaiters, I didn't think I would need them. Forecast is good today, but anyhow, I'm across, so we're okay. Heading up the hill. That's across over there. Anyhow, we've made it. It's all uphill from here. I'll bring you back once we get a bit higher. We've got to a height now where the sun has just appeared and illuminating further up this track. If we continue, it's a climb all the way, so I'll be puffing and panting. Yeah, so the settings I'm using today on the Osmo Action 3, 4K 24 or 25, I'll put it on the screen. De-cinilke, auto exposure 5500, that's the white balance. I've just put that onto manual. Wide lens, so hopefully these will be the best settings for me. It's what I usually use on the other camera, the GoPro, which I have got with us, but I'm not going to use it. I'm solely going to use this camera and see what it comes out like. Obviously I have to edit it in post because it's quite a flat profile this, but with this sunlight it might be okay, who knows. Oh, we're climbing. Oh, what a lovely day that. Heading up. First port of call is a hill called Bray Fell, and I think that's a great Scarfell. But I'll bring you back when I get a little bit closer. And please tell me what you think regarding this footage. Is it looking okay? You know, that latest firmware update seems to sort of help. Obviously a lot of people still saying it's not right and they've sent theirs back, you know, which is understandable. You expect a camera to work properly. Me personally, I think they're obviously competing with GoPro, trying to get the camera out at the same time, and it's missed a few checks, critical ones in my opinion, but you know, they should have recalled really, but we have the camera and no recall. Anyhow, I'm waffling, let's carry on. So just for the comparison, I've had a few people ask us in the comments, you know, put it onto ultra wide, so this is ultra wide, arm length away. It's hard to tell looking at the little screen until I get home, but yeah. I'll come back. I live about 15-20 miles in that direction. You can just this camera will not pick it up with the Solway and the Scottish hills in the distance, but we'll maybe see them better when we get further up. Yeah, so this is ultra wide. Here we are, summit of Bray Fell, 586 meters. Oh yeah, that's definitely warmed us up. Here we go, just a pile of rocks. But great views. You've got Skidder, and you've got to see Bassenthwaite Lake down there. That one over there's Binsey. Fortunately, we've got a drop down. I think we do Little Scar and then Great Scar. Oh, yeah, I've definitely warmed up now from leaving the car. Jacket's off, so what do you expect on a beautiful day? But very little wind. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go. I don't know if anybody's used the internal audio on this camera. It seems to record very low. I know you can change the decibels when you've got a mic attached, but you can't do anything unless you've got a mic attached. And it obviously you can lift it in post, but one of the last videos I'd done some recording using this and using just the camera, and I never lifted it, and you could tell the difference when you went. It just dropped right off. That was my fault when I edited it. But yeah, what views so far. So hopefully we're going to head up that way, and then we're going to follow the summit all the way around up onto that one. My car is back down the hill down there. Yeah, it's a bit hazy. There's a bit of mist in the valleys down there, but yeah, it's beautiful. Reached the summit of Little Scarfell, 624 metres. It's got a little shelter. Oh, yeah, the little lake down there, it's over water. And obviously there's Bassenthwaite, which runs right along underneath that fell there. But I think we've got to go around now up onto Great Scar. But stunning views from here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I'd have been up yesterday, I'd have needed that shelter. It's really windy, 50-60 mile an hour gusts upon the summits, but just a gentle breeze today. It's a cracking little spot to pitch a tent as well. What a view! Yeah, it's a one to keep in the camp bank. Here we go. I think this is the Oldale Fells down here. Got somebody on the other side. Yeah, and that's the one I've just come from. Followed it up. Yeah, there's somebody else down there coming up this way. So we're up there. Third summit of the day, Great Scarfell, 651 metres. Not as impressive as Little Scarfell. I think that's our next up onto that one, a bit higher. So yeah, I've just met another camper, wild camper. He didn't camp tonight, he's been stopping down below, but had a bit crack with him. Decent bloke. Alright, Tony. So now we'll push on further up. There's a bit of mist. I think is that High Pike over there, possibly? No, that's Carrick Fell. High Pike is to my left. I think that's High Pike. I think that's Carrick there. Yeah. The big question is, how's this camera performing? You know, I do like it. It's really easy to use. The menu, the screen on the back. It's really nicely set out. I think they could do it a bit more sort of details where you can adjust things. I suppose they're trying to make it user friendly, but you know, in the GoPro you've got quite a few settings you can adjust and sort of get the best footage. You know, I suppose a few firmware updates could maybe adjust all that. They could put extra things in. I'm surmising, but the question is, how is the footage? How is the footage, he says. Proof is in the pudding. Get it closer. How's it looking on my face? Too bloody close, isn't it? But yeah, it's a perfect day. As they would say, perfect. A bit boggy under foot, but not surprising with the amount of rain it's put down in the last sort of couple of weeks. I think this has been the wettest month so far for a long time. So I just have to watch my stepper yet. Buggy, buggy. Yeah, so it's undulating, so now we're back up towards the knot. Or not the knot, just knot. Here's the summit of Knot. Another pile of stones, 7-10 metres. Yeah, there's, you can just see it, Lingy Hut. I think I'm going to go down that way and pick up the Cumbria Way. But yeah, decent views across to Skidder. The sun's right in my face and camera, and that is Skidder, Blencathra, which I camped on in the summer. I think that's Bannerdale, is it? It will be. Yeah, that was Carrick and that's High Pike there. Oh, stunning views, stunning views. I just hope this camera's doing it justice, eh? Right, we've picked up the Cumbria Way path now. Slightly better. A bit wider. I don't know if this camera's picked it up, but you've got Lingy Hut up there, the refuge. I'll have a look in if there's nobody about. Just a bit more bog trotting. I think it seems to dry out now. This bit looks a little bit better. Nice view down the valley there. Little hut, Lingy Hut, little refuge. Stop for 5. I would say there's been a few. Probably you get 3, 4 possibly, if you keep on the floor as well. DOS down here. There's the book. Yeah, graffiti. Please don't do this. And the whole hut is covered in graffiti. A shame. Yeah. Please keep the place tidy, so they should. Shovel, we know what that's for, don't we? A couple of candles. And a stunning view down the valley. I've had a bite to eat and a drink. Time to move on. Got a bit of claggy cloud coming in on the tops. But we're heading this way. Yeah, you can see this whole area is sodden. I come down there and that was absolutely sodden. And that's the knot up there. Okay, onwards, onwards. Yeah, nice bit of mist rolling in. Yeah. Yeah, so when we stopped back in the hut, I put a fresh battery in. I mean, that one was still, I don't know, I never really looked. It was looked more than half full, but I thought I'll put a fresh one in. I've got that the battery pack that you come with. You have 3 batteries, so I'll put that one in. It's charging. This one's back up 100%, so this will probably see us back to the car. That's a good thing. Shelter just below High Pike. There's High Pike up there, and there's your shelter. So I have choices. There's one that way, or there's one that way, and then it splits. I think that's mine that splits down there. And you got Scarfell in the gloom. But I think I will follow the left-hand path down. I think I'm parked somewhere down that end. I went up, that's the one I went up before, Bray, and then Scar, and then up onto the knot, and then back round. So yeah, we've, I think we're on about 6 miles now, so it's not too bad. But we'll slowly head off the hill. Yes, you can see our path winding down and then onto that one. I think it goes down that way. And then I turn right back towards the car. Okay, how is the camera performing in overcast conditions? The sun is behind the clouds. I'm in the shade here. What's it like? It's nice out that way. Sunshine down the valley. That's the village of Colbeck, you can see. Over there somewhere. This camera will not pick it out mine, but then you got straight ahead, you got Criffel. That's across in Scotland, across the water. And you just see sort of the edge of the Pennines, and then you lead it towards Northumbria and then back towards Scotland again. But yeah, beautiful day. I'll be a little cloudy here. So yeah, that was the first hill we summited. Just done a big horseshoe. So probably just over 6 miles. When we get back to the car, probably 6.5 miles, so it's not too bad. We set off at 8 and it's about 11:30, so by the time we get back to the car, it'll be about 4 hours. So it's not bad going. Yeah, so this area is quite a few old abandoned mine shafts, sealed up of course, but they're still fenced off to keep the sheep out and whatever, and people. You got some this side, and there's some further over there. All right, it's the crack. You want some? I've got nothing to eat. And the sun has made an appearance again. It's all downhill from now on. Okay, so we're not that far back from the car. We're actually on just under 7 miles, 4 hours, so that's not too bad. But hopefully we've got enough footage to make a good decision on how that latest firmware update has helped the camera. As I say, I like using the camera, it's easy to use. You know, it's just what I wanted. To run alongside my GoPro 10, which I have. But I had the original Osmo Action, and I felt that was sharper image quality than this one before the update. But we'll find out soon enough. When we get back home, I'll put this through the computer and we'll see what that comes back out like. You know, when you look at it on the computer and you run a file back, or on my iPad in my case, it's okay till it gets spat through YouTube, and then they do their compressions or whatever they do, and that reduces the quality yet again. But I mean, I normally fire it in at 4K, so it's usually okay. I've seen us put 1080s in before now, and they really are poor pixelated. So, pardon me. Yeah, so hopefully this has been a good test. Please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and we'll see you out sometime soon. Thanks for watching.